Haven't really done anything on this in quite some time. There's been a few issues with people getting stuff done, taking a lot longer than I would have liked, but there's been a bit of progress made. So the bike was first registered 1956 as a 500. Someone at some stage has put a 650 motor in it. Got some custom made YSS shocks on the rear. TT Industries 5-speed gearbox, and there's a Bob Newby belt drive to go on it. The front forks are a BMW K100, bought primarily because they were cheap and available. Full width front hub with a twin leading shoe brake. So Gyno cleaned off all the fork mounts, welded up a lug to fit the brake, and from my point of view, and he made some spaces so he could use the BMW bearings in the steering head. So that was actually, from my point of view, quite an easy conversion. Once you get some fork gaiters on and a headlight, probably, unless you know something about these old bikes, you probably never know. Slightly later model year Indian made fuel tank, solo seat. Be a little rack on it once you work out how to mount it. The gear change pattern is going to be 1 down, 4 up, whereas standard these were 1 up, 3 down. Foot pegs, probably going to weld some brackets on the frame and have a wider MX style folding peg. Had some tank badges laser cut for it, so they will be going on the tank. I can't remember the name of the handlebars, but they are a replica period item from the 50s, 60s, either the scramblers or the desert bikes. The engine, I've got a couple of sets of cases, couple of different crankshafts. I've got a large journal crank that will go on it. I've got a thick flange set of barrels, and somewhere I've got an alloy head. Haven't quite decided on what compression it'll run. There's a new cam which is a step up from the old soft touring cam that they had. Like, these bikes were only, can't remember, something around 7-to-1 compression stock, so probably going to look for somewhere maybe 8.25 to maybe 9-to-1. But it's taken a lot longer than I had originally hoped due to a whole combination of things. But it is slowly getting there. So the next thing is I need to find a front mudguard. I want to use something like the BSA Gold Star, or maybe the 6-tab front mudguard, which will just mean making another bracket up to fit the K100 forks, and maybe a tab on down the bottom to run a stay, just to sort of keep it looking a bit period. I have to sort out what I'll do for instruments. I would say probably maybe a more modern replica of the chronometrics. Also got a 12-volt alternator to go on it, which will double the output and mean if I do want to run some other stuff on it, I'll be able to. And I need to find myself a remote oil filter kit, as the oil filtration on these older motors is pretty much primitive to non-existent. And that's pretty much it for the time being. I'll just have a quick look at some of the other bikes. I've got So this is a 1982-83 IT-175. This was given to me by the daughter of one of my good friends after he died unexpectedly. He'd already made quite a reasonable start on it, and then since then I've had the swing arm stripped and polished and re-anodised. They were just having a clean out the other day and they found the wheels that he'd had laced up for it. XJ 550 in the corner, which I think I've had probably 20 odd years. The engine died on it and I never got around to sorting it out. Instead decided to do a cafe racer style bike, so I've been collecting bits, and there's a couple of 600 motors there, one to go in it. Old 650 Kawasaki, very similar to the BSA style. Uh, 1992 Honda Dominator, 2009 KTM 690, which is my main bike. The 1984 IT200, which I've had for 20-25 years and still gets used. Used to be the main trail bike that I had. 2020 Beta 300, my main trail weapon, and it's far more capable than the rider will ever be. Quite an extensively modified GN125. It's out to about 157 in different forks and swing arm. Raced that extensively for probably 15 years. And then a 1979 XR250, which I bought last year. It has a problem where I can't get spark, and I've been unable to resolve that despite everything testing fine. But the BSA is really the one that I want to get on with, so I'll try and do another update without taking quite so long next time, and hopefully there'll be a bit more done on it.